So I've wanted to talk about this for a few days now. It's about the Patriots and their offensive struggles. Before I get into this, though, let me first apologize for not posting videos for the Cowboys game and for the Eagles game, the wins against them. I've been working a lot, and I've been really busy with just other things going on. So, unfortunately, I haven't had too much time to do YouTube videos. So, but I did want to get a Patriots video out there, and I'm also going to make a video talking about Michigan football. I think I'm going to wait till after the Ohio State game. But anyway, let's talk about the Patriots' offensive struggles. This offense needs to get better. I know that's kind of like a duh, but um, if we want to make the Super Bowl again, and not only that, if we want to win the Super Bowl, we have to be able to put up points. I mean, our defense is good. It's great. It's them and San Francisco seem to go back and forth for best in the league. The numbers are there. The defense is great, but we can't count on another Super Bowl in which we're just going to completely oust an offense because we may not play against an inexperienced coach like Sean McVay. I do think that kind of played a part. I'm not trying to take anything away from the defensive performance in that Super Bowl, but we can't count on that again. So let's get back to the offense. The run game. Now Sony Michel, I think he did pretty decently. I remember him doing pretty decently against Dallas on Sunday. I saw little bits and pieces of the game, and I watched the highlights, of course. Michelle as a whole has kind of just been up and down. The run game as a whole has kind of just been really bad, and you could chalk that up to poor offensive line, and I'll get to that, but I think the run game being incredibly mediocre compared to what it was last year has certainly played a role. I also want to throw a little bit of blame at Tom Brady here. It seems like for a little bit, it kind of seemed like he was having trouble developing chemistry with, Jacoby Myers, N'Keal Harry. Now, N'Keal Harry did pretty well against Dallas. He actually had a touchdown, and it was a really nice catch. Jacoby Myers also had a few good catches, but yeah, Brady, just his arm strength doesn't look any good. He's also thrown a lot of bad picks. I've talked about this a couple times. I think his play needs to get better. He needs to definitely make some better decisions, and I think he needs to just put the ball in better spots at times, and maybe even sometimes just run away or throw it out of bounds. Don't try to make something happen. I've noticed. I think it was against the Giants. It was Janoris Jenkins, and then it was against Baltimore. He had a couple of really ugly picks where it just looked like he was trying to force the ball. I mean, yeah, no, you can't. You just can't have that happen. It's not sustainable. Let's talk about the offensive line, though. It has looked incredibly awful for the past couple of weeks. And I know Sony Michel had a pretty good game. I mean, like I said, I know I said that I remember him having a good game Sunday, but Marshall Newhouse, he has not been good, and it's because he's not meant to be an every down starter. Unfortunately, Isaiah Wynn getting injured all the time is kind of causing a bit of a problem protecting Brady's blind side. Now, Isaiah Wynn, when he's on the field, he's really good. But that's kind of the problem is he has trouble staying on the field. Yeah, our center is also out. I think it's David Andrews. He had a blood clot in his heart, so that's not good. Yeah, so our offensive line has definitely been hit with some bad luck and in some cases injuries. Now let's get to the wide receiver core, which you could also say is just bad luck and injuries. Our wide receiver core has been absolutely plagued. Josh Gordon, definitely wasn't playing all that good, and then got put on IR. Really, it was just to waive him. We were just trying to cut him from the team. N'Keal Harry started the season on IR. We just put Gunnar Olszynski on IR. There's Julian Edelman, I think, was also injured at some point in the season. Philip Dorsett's been getting hit left and right, and I think he's still in the concussion protocol right now, so he's injured, and it's like the second time this season. Then we ended up trading for Mohamed Sanu, and wouldn't you know it, now he's injured. Our wide receiver core has just been absolutely destroyed by injuries and a little bit of bad luck. But now I want to move on to something that I don't think it's talked about near enough, and it's the tight end core. We don't have the most depth, and Matt Lacoste has been injured for a little bit here and there. I think Ryan Izzo is also injured, if I'm not mistaken, right now. I haven't looked at the injury report recently, so I don't know that for sure, but I think he was limited in practice. Now, fortunately, Ben Watson has come up with some big plays, so that's good to know. I think that's really the only positive thing I could say about the tight end core right now. Again, just a lot of injuries, a lot of bad luck. Let's just be thankful that our defense is playing as good as it is because at this point, it's literally bailing us out. Speaking of defense and stellar performances from defense, I just want to say Stephon Gilmore holding to Amari Cooper to 0 receptions, and he actually had a pick. So he had more catches than Amari Cooper on Sunday. That was awesome. I just wanted to briefly mention that just because screw it. But throw some positivity in there. Why not? So, anyway, guys, that's all I have. Until next time, go Pats.